Yep, that's right. I spent $1,049 to buy all kinds of lanyard beads on Etsy. Honestly, if I count shipping and taxes, I spent even more, around $1,300, as I've bought over 50 items from over 20 sellers. And I can tell you with a great confidence that I get all the coolest stuff you can buy on the platform. However, some of the beads were pretty meh, so I carefully cherry-picked the top 10 best ones just for this video. During my shopping spree, I also discovered an amazing trick that made almost every item on Etsy cost 10 to 20% cheaper. Make sure you stick around because I'll explain how you can also save some money. Sup everyone, welcome to Solvo EDC. To start off my list, I got some pretty cool stuff already. These frag pattern titanium beads look super fancy and they come in many gorgeous colors. I was in trouble picking my favorite, so eventually I landed on not only one but two beads. One of them is called Flame Color and the other one is mentioned as Flame Pattern. But I was not worried about buying both beads because I have over 50 knives in my collection and I surely find them a proper match. My favorite knives also inspired me to get these following two beads, as they came in a nice little bundle. They are three-dimensional recreations of the iconic Spyderco logo, which is one of my favorite knife companies out there. And honestly speaking, these titanium beads are super well made. They have no rough edges and their finish is pristine. However, they only made it into the top 9 because they are less original compared to the other ones, even though I love everything Spyderco. To slowly work our way up, I got a pretty interesting bead straight from Lithuania. It is a milled bead made out of Damascus steel. It was machined very well and this wave pattern looks super nice. However, I would not put this bead higher on the list because I find its weight a little too heavy and I think the etching is not vivid enough. As I was looking at other Damascus steel items that I own, I decided to improve the colors on this bead. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll try and etch this Damascus further with household products, such as coffee or mustard. I'll probably turn that project into a video, so if you'd like to see how such a DIY process works, subscribe to my channel and see how it turns out. But let's jump to the next item on our list, which definitely has no issues with contrast. This colorful little guy is called Droid Bead and it's milled out of one solid piece of titanium. Then it was anodized to its splashy blue color. I got this bead to decorate my Mat 4 Praetorian Tanto, which also comes with a similarly flame anodized pocket clip. However, I found this bead a bit too small for my giant Matford, so I went back to get the XL version, and now it's a much better fit. I love these beads by TI Survival, also thanks for the stickers and the lightning quick delivery. The next item is definitely not as colorful as anodized titanium, but it's still very cool nonetheless. These Nordic walnut beads are made out of legit silver and they remind me of old Viking symbols that I always see when I visit my family back in Sweden. I honestly don't know how well silver will behave when I hang it on my fixed blade and put it to serious work, but I guess there's only one way to find out. By finishing the walnut beads, we made it through half of the list. This means that the top 5 are yet to come. Starting with this badass Biostalker bead that was cast out of pure brass. I love the school theme and in my opinion this mean looking stalker beats every other similar school bead on Etsy. This is the reason why I don't feature more schools in this comparison. It would be simply unfair, however, as honorable mentions I'll quickly show you 2 of my favorites, so you could also see how they compare back to back. These schools were also cast out of pure brass and they also come with all kinds of sweet accessories. They are truly super nice, but this is a competition and the Biostalker is the clear winner. Number 4 on the list is a true handcrafted masterpiece. Coming straight from the United Kingdom, this antique brass EDC bead looks like an artifact. Sadly, it took 2 months to arrive, because the post office had a liberally sized tea break in the UK. Luckily, Ryan the seller quickly realized that something went sideways and he took care of the problem for me. This situation is a perfect example of Etsy sellers, who are small businesses by the way, care infinitely more about their customers compared to retail giants. Shout out to Ryan and thanks again. Also, if you enjoy my top 10 so far, please smash the like button because I truly threw in over $1,000 and weeks of work into the making of this video. Well, as we are getting into the top 3, competition becomes real. Starting with this titanium mini ghost with flamed finish. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so this little guy had to be in my cart. In fact, it was one of the beads I was waiting for the most, and it looks just what I expected. This was also one of the beads that arrived from
China?
I know that many people associate that country with low quality, but surprisingly, they also produce some really fancy stuff.
China. I love them. China.
And if you thought this mini ghost was an outstanding bead, just check out the next one. By costing north of $50, this titanium bear bead was the most expensive item on my entire list. But honestly, it was worth every penny. This milled TI cub is super well made. By looking at the pictures, I was a bit afraid that it would be too big and bulky, but it's just about the perfect size and it's very precisely milled. This includes that the inner parts are also hollow, so it makes a super light carry. Since this is a cute bear, I'll attach it to my brown Leatherman signal and take it to my hikes and trips. So, what could be the most expensive item, which was also a cute bear cub, you ask? Well, it's not only one bead. Actually, this is a set of 3 different Mandalorian buckets made out of copper, bronze and brass. And I highly recommend them to all the Star Wars fanboys out there, as in real life these beads look even cooler. The recent release of the Mandalorian Season 3 and the Ahsoka series hyped me up to get these buckets. And I can't wait to tie them on my favorite Star Wars themed knives, like the Sand Trooper Edition Microtech Exo set. And now that we are done with the top 10, I have to deliver on my promise. My trick how I got all these beads for at least 10 to 20% cheaper was the following way. First, I log into Etsy, then I put the beads I want into my shopping cart and abandon the cart for a day or two. Usually, after some time, most of the sellers will start sending discount codes to close the deals. This life hack also works if you are buying other things, not only beads. However, it greatly depends on the seller. Maybe they won't offer anything at all. It is largely up to how their business goes at a particular time. But I hope you guys will get all the discounts you need. I'll leave a link for every single item I showcased in this video down in the description. And I also do it in chronological order, so you guys can navigate them easier. If you saw interesting beads in this video, please definitely leave a like and subscribe to my channel, because I'm coming up with many other interesting projects, including the Damascus etching that I already talked about. If you wanna see how I install these beads to my knives, I invite you to watch my previous video where I showcase some of my special paracord techniques. You could also check this other one, where I wrap an entire neck knife. I guarantee you that seeing my favorite lanyards will make you adore paracord if you don't love it already. Thank you for watching my video all the way, and I'll see you in the next one.